Skinny Zion, Ozempic with a Z, is coming to a basketball court near you, and he is about to absolutely dominate. Because in case you forgot, Zion Williamson is one of the most efficient points per minute players in NBA history. Yeah, if Zion Williamson stays healthy this year, he's legitimately going to be a terror for the NBA. I mean, look at that. He is back to where he was kind of in high school. I mean, this is the picture from last year, right? Chubby Z. And then you see Ozempic Zion from this year. Both he and Luka Doncic going on crazy runs. He was playing at 285 last year, which simply is a little bit too heavy for a basketball player that is putting that much pressure on all your joints, right? Last year he averaged 25, 7, and 5 in 28 minutes. Ridiculous numbers. Shot 57% from the field. The only problem is he barely played. When he played, he was elite. When he played per minute, he was one of the best players in the league. But he never played. Per 36, he averaged 31, 9, and 7. So if he would have played like a legitimate NBA minute rotation for your best player, he would have been averaging the third most points per game in the league. He's 25 years old, coming off a season where he played 30 games. He's just got to be better. He's got to be more healthy, and he's taken steps to do that in the offseason so far. Versus Sacramento last year, it was his season high, where he dropped 40 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists on 16 of 21 shooting from the field. By the way, he did this in like 27 minutes. Like, ridiculous. A quick night in the office, but he got a ton out of it. And that right there is scary. If Zion develops any type of fadeaway jumper, look out. This is vintage Zion, just cutting straight out of the corner off the pick and roll on the backside. Normally in the NBA, there's a three-point shooter there, but when you got a 6'6", 285-pound forward that can touch the rafters, yeah, you're cool if he cuts and catches an alley-oop. This is vintage Zion right here, doing what he did at Duke. Get out in passing lanes, get steals, and then go make a highlight finish on the other end. Now, he doesn't dunk it, but still, that is a nice finish on the other end. Looked very smooth. This right here, not quite as smooth. Almost hyperextended his knee at the end of this, but he's getting the steal, getting out in transition, and getting the and one to go. This is where I really like him. When he gets isolation on the wing or on the mid post, right? Little Euro step through the paint here. We'll talk about that more in a second, though. Now they're going to use him as the screener in the pick and roll. Alvarado's going to hit him perfectly because Keon Ellis doesn't tag the roll guy, and it's an easy layup. And then just, he's too big, right? He is 6'6", 285 pounds with kangaroo legs, right? He can go straight up over anybody, like right here. He doesn't get up as high as he used to, but now, maybe with a little bit less weight on his bones, he can get up quicker and more explosive like we saw in college. But he's just too big. Like, this is Jonas Valanciunas. This is one of the strongest dudes in the league other than, like, Steven Adams, and he's going right into his chest and finishing over him, right? Trey Lyles, no chance right here. He's just going to supercharge and get the jump over him, taking Domantas Sabonis one-on-one. Little stiff arm, doesn't matter. Gets the and one to go, right? Sabonis has no chance right here. He's just going to put his shoulder down and get right to the rim, move Sabonis out of the way, and do what he wants. Now, this is brilliant right here, right, with Jose Alvarado. And we'll see this again later in the video. He's going to post up on DeMar DeRozan and then spin out of it and go catch a lob. And he's done this twice with Jose Alvarado that I've seen. We'll talk about it again later in this video. But that is beautiful right there. That is excellent basketball IQ from both of those guys. Now I want to take a look at the play-in game, because this is, in my opinion, the best example for why Zion Williamson can be just a monster this year. He had 40 and 11 versus the Lakers in the play-in game a couple of years ago on 17 of 27 shooting from the field. And this was kind of his announcement, hey, I can be an NBA superstar. I just took LeBron and AD the distance and dropped 40 on him and was the best player on the court. He's finishing over AD at the rim time after time in this game, like right here. Just meet me at the rim, and I'm going to finish over you because I got better hang time. Once again, right here, just bullying Rui Hachimura right to the rim, and then drop step. Yeah, AD doesn't want any part of that because he can't get up as high. Great pass right here from Brandon Ingram, and 38-year-old LeBron doesn't want to mess with that. At the end of the half here, getting downhill in a hurry. Nobody is stepping in front of that freight train coming downhill. Going to finish with the left over everybody. Really nice finish. Then the second half. That's really where he starts cooking. Nice little Gortat screen here from Jonas Valanciunas. He's going to get to the left side of the rim and finish over AD. Then same thing right here. Go through the contact, get the finish. Out in transition, he's absolutely dangerous. When you see him supercharge like you did right there and go up, you have no chance. And then once again, meeting AD, one of the perennial shot blockers in the NBA at the rim. And then this is where it gets scary. The inverted pick and roll. We'll talk about it in a second, but it is dangerous once again. Just taking AD right to the rim. Now, the post-ups. This is where I really like him. And again, if he develops any sort of mid-range jumper, he's going to be absolutely scary. But Spencer Dinwiddie's coming over to help. He feels that. He's going to rip through. Could have been an and one, should have been an and one. And he gets the mid-range to go. And then the vision. This is where I think Zion can take the next step next year, is his passing. Watch him attract all three defenders in the area. Plus, he's got Dinwiddie and Davis's attention. Finds Herb Jones for the three ball. He has the personnel around him to become a guy that could average 7 or 8 assists a game. There we go. Just based off the attention that he attracts when he has the ball. And then even doing his part on the defensive side of the ball, right? Playing defense, following LeBron as he spins baseline, pump fake, Zion's there. Too late, old man. I'm going to get it. And then one-on-one against LeBron. Give me that. Yes, LeBron is 38 in this clip, but still, good defense. Now, inverted pick and rolls. This is where Zion can make a lot of money this year, and it is when he is the point guard, they have another post or guard come set a screen, he switches on to the big man, and he is simply too quick, hits him with the hezzy and then blow by against AD. Now, right here, he's also an elite cutter. LeBron falls asleep on defense, which is not something you see often, but it can happen from time to time, and Zion just cuts right behind him. He sees his eyes are completely gone to the other side of the court, and Zion cuts right behind him. And then right here, we talked about the elite IQ to spin out of this early post up and go catch a lob. This time it was a lob. Earlier it was just a layup, but Reeves has him. He's posted up, and then he spins out. Alvarado throws it up, and Zion throws it down. And keep in mind, there's 4 minutes left in a play-in game, and he's doing stuff like that to tie it up. And then we'll take a look at this game against Minnesota, because this was also a very impressive one from the 2023-2024 year, where he dropped 36, 5, and 2 in 32 minutes. He's so efficient with his time on the court. The problem is he's never on the court. And this is where he's elite, right? When they can get him into one-on-ones with slower-footed bigs like Karl-Anthony Towns right here. He's going to hit the in and out and then just go right by him with a spin move to the rim, to the left hand, where he is so strong and so good getting to that left hand. And then one-on-one against Naz Reid, once again, spins to that left hand, and he's really hard to stop once he gets over that right shoulder. Once again, jab step, spin move, go up with the left. It's too easy. And then once again against Naz Reid, it looks like the same clip, but it's not. They're just going to go right back to the isolation against Naz, and he's going to hit him with the between the legs hezzy and get right downhill, little shoulder bump, and he's going to get to his spot and finish with that left hand. He is so good going left. He's nearly unstoppable. And then, once again, he's got the one-on-one. They use him as a screener this time, and he's got the one-on-one with Karl-Anthony Towns. Brandon Ingram should be out of the way, but he's not. It doesn't matter, though. Quick in and out, and Zion gets right to the left hand and finishes. If you can't tell, this dude is pretty much unguardable going to his left hand. I'm really excited for Zion. Once again, you see the inverted pick and roll that we talked about earlier when Zion is the ball handler. This time they use Valanciunas in the screen, and he's just going to attack Rudy Gobert. That's barbecue chicken. Zion's going to be a monster this year. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to hit the like button. Leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you did enjoy at any point. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching.